Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna put some makeup on and share with you guys my thoughts. These I've already tried on. I'm talking about the Pat McGrath new blushes. I have two colors here. The new HUDA Concealers. I have two colors here, and also I picked up the Westman Atelier new powder. It's so reflective. So I'm gonna put these on, show you guys how they apply, and give you my thoughts. I've been testing these out. I wanted to really, try the products before I, share my thoughts on them. And that's it. I'm gonna get ready for the day. We're gonna go out after this, and I'm excited. So if you guys are interested, continue watching. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to subscribe down below, and let's finish this makeup. As my foundation right now, I have the Makeup Forever HD foundation. It is one of my go-to because it's not too glowy, it's not super matte, and I did put the Victoria Beckham glowing primer, moisturizing primer under, so I thought that foundation would work so well. On my lips, I have this Givenchy Sheer Velvet in number 10, and then I added a little bit of this Christian Audette and Lynn gloss right in the center because I wanted to be pink today. Okay, so let's start with the concealer. I have here two colors. These are from Huda Beauty. This is the box that it came in. And then you have the color on the end right here. And then this is the packaging of the concealer. And I love it. It's this kind of frosted. It's plastic, but it looks nice. And then let's see the applicator actually. It's a big old applicator. That is the applicator. It's a bit of a different applicator, but I like it. The only thing is the stopper is quite intense, so when I pull, I need to make sure it's kind of further away from me so it won't splash my clothes. That happened before. So the colors I got here is Coconut Flakes 2.7N and then Cookie Dough 4.3. I almost always pick two concealers because I'm so extra, but Coconut, what is this? Coconut Flakes is slightly too light for me, but it works. I've worn it by itself. And then Cookie Dough is great for like around the face. There is another in-between neutral color that if you're kind of my skin tone and you kind of want to pick just one, I would probably pick that one. Let me look it up. Okay, it is 3.5 Sugar Biscuit, and that is light medium skin tones with neutral undertones. So I feel like that would be my perfect shade, but I really wanted two because I get, it's summer, I get darker. And these are $29, and these are supposed to be a matte finish, full coverage, and it's buildable creamy formula that can flex from medium to full coverage while it visibly brightens and conceals. It's fragrance-free, long-wearing, crease-proof, and made to move with you. The name of it is Luminous Matte Buildable Coverage. I always get so confused about that, like you're matte, but you're luminous. And in a way, I kind of understand that because you could have some luminosity without actual glow, I guess. But anyway, I've been testing these out, and let me actually swatch them for you first. And I love them. I really do. I wanted to wear them, many times. That way I have a good information to share with you. And I really have loved these so much. So these are the swatches. This is the lighter one. I think it's Cookie Dough. And then that one, let's see the name. No, this one's Coconut Flakes. And then the other one is Cookie Dough. Yes. And you can see how the Cookie Dough would be good for kind of all over the skin for me. This is a little bright for under eyes, but I just combined them. So if you're around my shade, I would definitely and you want to pick one, I would pick that 3 whatever I said before. I'll link it down below in case you guys need it. It's 3.5 neutral. So this, even though it says that it's matte and full coverage, it's actually really beautiful under the eyes. I don't find it extremely matte, and you can build it up to a full coverage, but I don't put that much, so I can really work with it as a medium coverage. Put a little bit of the light here and here, maybe a little bit on my nose. And I'll just do one eye at a time, that way you guys can see the difference. And then I'll take the darker one and kind of put it right here. I could really get away with just one, but you know, extra. Okay, so I'm gonna blend this out. I'm using a BK Beauty 101, but this is gonna be too big for under my eyes, so I'm gonna switch. But I love this concealer. I don't think there's anything so extra about the concealer. I just think it's a good basic concealer. It has good coverage. It doesn't feel drying under my eyes. Wait, let me grab a brush. There we go. The Sonia G Mini Base. It blends in nice. I wouldn't say it's luminous. I think it's just good. It's natural looking. I did find at one point on this side where I have a little bit more under eye wrinkles that I could see them mostly throughout the day. I could kind of see the wrinkles popping through, but I would say pretty much all my concealers do that, unless it's very luminous or like moisturizing. So you kind of give and take. If you want a long lasting, it has to be a little bit more matte finish or satin finish. But yeah, this is beautiful. So this is how we're looking like. Let's zoom you in. So this is with and obviously without, and I don't have a color corrector on, and I don't feel the need to use one with this concealer. You can definitely build this up. You can definitely add a little bit more, and I haven't found a big issue with that. I'm gonna add just a little bit more here. I haven't found that it's getting really cakey or heavy. I actually find that I can really build this up and it looks just as good as with a lighter layer. But, you know, I don't like a lot of concealer, but if I don't want to use a corrector, I can definitely build it up and it looks perfect. I definitely put it over my eyelid because it's more matte. It will kind of act as a eye primer as well. So I added a little bit more, and that gives me just a little bit more coverage, and I think it's beautiful. I understand a little bit what they mean by a luminous matte, because there is some sort of luminosity. Maybe it's the color that's slightly brighter than my skin tone that gives that luminosity, but overall I think it's great. It reminds me a little bit of the Makeup Forever concealer that I love so much. That's probably my all-time favorite concealer because it's kind of a beautiful finish. It has good coverage. I want to say that one is slightly more creamy than this, maybe. I need to swatch them side by side, but they do similar job. So this is the concealer without me powdering it yet. And this side, I can kind of see the concealer get into my fine lines a little bit more than this side. It's probably because I have more fine lines on this side. But it's not something that I'm really concerned about because a lot of concealers do that. But this is how it's looking like. It definitely has a luminosity to it, not radiance, but a luminosity. To me, it looks really pretty. So moving on, I've tried this Westman Atelier powder. This is very expensive. It's very luxurious. You guys know I am a huge Westman Atelier fan. And the closure still sucks, or like the opening. And then this is the powder right there. I got in the shade Creme. I was very tempted by the color pink, but I don't usually love just a brighter under eye. I kind of wanted to just blend in normally. So I decided to not do that. I didn't want translucent because I have so many translucent powders. So it's pretty light. it's not super dark where like if you're my skin tone, it's gonna show up. I think this is advertised as medium complexion, and I think a person could, like a medium skin tone could wear it and it's not gonna be too light because it does fade or it blends in, see, into pretty much nothing. So this powder, it's beautiful. I really do like it. However, let's see how much it is. This powder is $75. And it's just pretty. It's nothing special. It's just as good as my closest one that is 30 something dollars. You know, I know so many people are just raving over this. They're saying that it is the best powder. Is it good? Absolutely. It's absolutely beautiful and I'm very happy I have it. But it's very expensive and you don't even get that much product. You get 5 grams of product, and then in my Kosas you get 9.5, so almost double. And I find these powders to be very similar. I would say that this maybe blurs the pores just a little bit more, but I like the Kosas better right under my eyes. I think it sets a little bit better, and it's maybe a little bit more forgiving. This is very blurring, so if you powder your face like your T-zone and stuff like that, it's stunning. It really is. But so is my Kosas, and I feel like I've had so many messages, oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful powder, you need to try it, and it is. But like I said, so is my Kosas. So I'm going to show you guys. Let me grab a mirror. I'm going to use my trusty Charlotte Tilbury mirror. Like, look how big that is. So I will powder one side so you can see the difference. So this is with it powdered and without, and you could definitely see that it sets it nice. It blurs the pores. I mean, it's kind of like a filter on this area, and I really like it there more than right under the eyes. I mean, it's fine. I'm not gonna go grab another powder, but yeah, it's beautiful. It really is. I can't say it's not, but again, Kosas is really beautiful as well. So I'm gonna also powder this side. You could probably immediately see, you know, how it like sets it and takes the shine away, but it's not heavy at all. And actually this powder, I do like to put it kind of all over because I do feel like it gives almost like a filter effect on my skin. And mostly now in the summer, it's actually really nice to have this. You can kind of see my forehead. It kind of took the shine away, but it's not super matte. There we go. One thing I have found with this powder is that no matter how much powder I put, mostly around the pore area or forehead, it doesn't look heavy. Around the eye, right under the eyes, I'm careful I don't put too much. But around the rest of the face, it really builds really well. It doesn't get cakey. So I would consider this powder to be really good for like blurring the pores and just setting your face without looking very matte. Okay, moving on. The blushes. I got the new McGrath Blushes, and look at this beautiful packaging that it came in. So let me actually fix it for you. So this is the packaging, and then it kind of opens up like that, and the blush was there, which I really loved this. It made me feel like, I don't know, expensive, like I was opening something special. And this is the blush. It's kind of like exactly the same packaging as her older formula. And I got 2 colors. I got Paradise Glow, And then right here, I got Venetian Sunrise, and I was very shocked I got this one because it's not usually what I pick, but these are the two colors I got. I wanted to get this one because I wanted some lilac-y blush, or that pulls a little bit more lilac-y, because I don't really have in my collection. And this one, guys, online, this looked more brown. When I saw the promo pictures, this looked more like Patrick Ta, She's So LA. It didn't look quite as burgundy, and I was slightly disappointed when I saw this one because it reminds me a lot of her other blush. I'll get it. Paradise Venus right here. So I was a little disappointed when I saw this one because it seems like they're very similar. I'm gonna swatch them. So Paradise Venus, and then this next one is the newer one. Paradise Venus is right here. What is this called? Paradise Glow is the top one. Those are very similar. So, you know, if you blend them out, let's blend them out. I mean, they look very similar. Paradise Glow has a little bit, it's slightly lighter. So that was kind of a disappointment. Mostly when the promo pictures, to me, it looked quite browny, like a terracotta color. But this one I'm excited for. That is the color, and I love this. This is very summery and pretty, and I'm excited about this. I could swatch both colors side by side. So this is the lilac color, the pink one, and then mixed together. And then here we have from Paradise Glow, we have the lighter one by itself, the deeper one, and then mixed together. So I'm looking on the website, and Paradise Glow, it does say it's a terracotta demi-matte. So bronze, rose with pearl, and a terracotta demi-matte. And I don't really see much terracotta in there. And then this one is actually not available on Sephora. I can't find it there. So Venetian Sunrise has lavender demi-matte and pink demi-matte. So it's overall a cool pink demi-matte. So I'm gonna try one of each. I'm gonna be gentle with this because I'm gonna have a pink look today, but I'll try it on for you. I will mix them. Most likely, you're probably going to mix them. I do tend to try to stay in the lighter version a little bit. And I do think that you can kind of, you know, customize these blushes. You can definitely put a little bit more of this or the other one. Not perfect, but enough to where, you know, you can kind of feel like you're customizing something. And take this brush, kind of taking a lot off and building this up here. So to me, this looks more pink. Now, I did take quite a bit off, and I'm trying to focus it on the lighter one, but it's not a terracotta color on me. Maybe if you go heavier with it, you could have that effect more, but I'll add a little bit of the dark one on top of this just to see. Yeah, so that is the Paradise Glow. And it has a beautiful finish to it, even though these are semi-matte. Well, they are semi-matte. I was going to say that it has a glow to it, which is really beautiful. So it's not completely matte. So that is Paradise Glow. I am going to wipe the brush off. Maybe I should spray it off, we'll see. And then I'm going to try the other one. I want to use the same brush because I really like this for blush. So this, I'm trying right now, Venetian Sunrise. I'm going to put this here. And I always tap the brush off just because it's quite pigmented and I want to be able to control the blush and how much I put. That is a beautiful shade. I'm very happy I picked this up, mostly for summer. I'm building it up a little bit more. Really, really pretty. So here are the two blushes. I actually prefer the pink one. I know. I'm just in a pink mood. I want to wear more like lilac-y colors, and I'm excited to have something like this as my collection. I actually have the Dior, this one from Dior, the Rosy Glow, and I've been really liking it. So I wanted to see how this one compared, and I think it's a really beautiful, and I think it sits on the skin a little bit better with my skin tone. This one I went a very light-handed, so you could definitely build this up very intense if you have deeper skin tones. But this was a little bit of a letdown. I just wanted a beautiful terracotta color. I wanted something different than her old like blushes that I already had, and I feel like I got the same color pretty much. So I just really don't see a big difference in between these two. Maybe this could be a little lighter on, like, you know, just because you have that like more nude color in there, but eventually they look very similar on the skin, and I kind of feel like I wasted my money on that one. But on this one, yes. I'm very happy with this one. I feel like I'm gonna get quite a lot of use out of it, and it's really pretty. I'm actually considering giving this away, or one of these away, to a friend, because they're not gonna get used, both of them, in my collection. So if you do have the Paradise, or the Paradise Venus, they're pretty much the same thing. And then I don't even know if there's one that's similar to this one in her older form, like in her old blushes, but this, I love the color. The formula is great. The formula is exactly like her other formula, nice and creamy. There's a radiance to it. So they're good, but the colors, I feel like she could have given us something more. So I'm going to try to take this off and put the pink one on this cheek, try to match them a little bit. I ended up just finishing the whole look. On my eyes, I have my favorite one and done shadow. This is from Chantecaille, and it is the Mermaid Eyed color in Starfish. I just adore this color. It kind of shifts on the eye. So I don't have anything in my crease. I just have this color all over and like a highlighter in the inner corner. And see how it shifts the color. Very good, very unique, and I've had it for a long time, and it's still my favorite one and done color. I kind of try to match the cheeks a little bit. We're still a little bit warmer on this side than this side, but it's good. I put just a little bit of my Victoria Beckham new highlighter in Reflect, and I think it is so beautiful, and that's about it. Oh, mascara. I always forget to say what mascara I'm using, and you guys always ask, but I always mix them. That's the problem. So right now I put MAC. This is the MAC Stack mascara, and I like it. It just transfers on me. And then on the lower lash line, I put the Ilia because this doesn't transfer. And honestly, I kind of combed through the top with the Ilia as well. So these are the two mascaras that I used today. So let's talk about my final thoughts on these products. Let's start with the concealer. I really love the concealer. It is a good basic concealer. If you have extremely dry under eyes, maybe you need something more moisturizing than this. But I would say I'm a normal to dry, and I can pull it off. It lasts well throughout the day. It's just good. Like, there's nothing I would say that's super special, but there's nothing that's really wrong with it. It's kind of like my Makeup Forever concealer. That one, like I said before, feels a little creamier than this. I need to put them side by side and see which one I enjoy better. But yeah, they kind of remind me of each other, and I love it. I think it's good concealer. Next, we have the blushes, and this was slight disappointment, except this color is absolutely stunning. So I love the color. I'm glad I got this one. The other one, like I mentioned, slightly disappointing. If, you know, it's pretty, it performs well, but it's not what I thought it would be, the color. And the 2 blush thing, honestly, some people say it's gimmicky. I actually like it because it kind of gives you a decent pan where like you can kind of pick mainly the lilac or mainly the pink one. And I kind of like that because I did feel like I was customizing a little bit more, mostly when I was trying to touch up, like, wait, this side, that I wanted to add a little bit more of that lilac, and I was able to pick up some of that. So I do like that concept. I just don't think the formula is anything new from Pat McGrath. The colors I feel like are quite similar as her older ones. So, you know, slight disappointment there, and you know, a hit because I like the color. And then the Westman Atelier powder, I like it. I actually love it. I think it looks really beautiful on the skin. There's not much negative to say about this, except the price is very high. You don't get a lot of product, and I have other powders that perform pretty much the same. Now, I like it. I'm gonna use it. I could see myself hitting pan on this one because it has a beautiful, almost creamy finish to, you know, the forehead, the pores, and things like that. So it is a good powder. I'm glad I got it, but it's nothing like out of this world extraordinary for it to be, I think, $75. So those are my thoughts on those, and I think that's it. That's all we have today. I'm excited to go out with the family and have a good brunch. I am hungry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts down below on the blushes, concealers, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.